Hey, what is going on, everybody? I hope you all can hear me. It is very, very confusing. In fact, if you're in the chat, can you let me know? Did you actually hear me say, hey, what is going on, everybody? Or did we start off somewhere else? I'm trying this whole new thing where I do not use the stream loading screen. I didn't use that to make people wait. And no one wants to wait. You don't have to. You didn't hear me say it. Okay, that's interesting to know. And so I'm trying this whole thing. We're like, I'm just here. We start the stream. But for those of you who stream, and Jason, I know you do, obviously Jay Will and Fel, you both know this. What's up, XLR8? How you doing, man? How you doing, Judah? You hit stream on the OBS. Yeah, I want to wait. Oh, I love laughing this early in the morning. It's only 9:40 for me. And anyway, so you hit stream on OBS, which I've accidentally done a few times. Some of you have caught some pretty humorous accidental streams from me. But then I guess it communicates information to YouTube, and then a blue button lights up and it says like start stream. And so you like click that, and then you get a little screen that shows you your stream, and it's all very delayed. And so I don't know. I've just wondered. Felganos is not happy. Oh no. Why are you not happy, Felganos? Can you explain? And yes, I am. I think the term is vamping right now, because my understanding is the level of reading comprehension needed for 7.3. It's like going to law school, and I already did law school. I don't want to do law school again, but if I have to, I will. I have a countdown timer when I hit stream in OBS while in studio mode. Oh, it's in studio mode. Okay, maybe this is like where I need to just put on my big boy pants and learn how to become a better streamer. That's good to know. Thank you very much for that information, because I do see studio mode. I just don't know what the heck it does. And as someone who often hits the wrong button, it scares me. I'm fearful. Not just a reference to the accidental stream. It was funny. I actually watched it back, and you guys all got to watch me just do what I do for like 2 minutes, anyone who was watching it. And I was just worried. I'm like, I probably like picked my nose or something embarrassing, but I didn't. It was a very strange 2 minutes of my life where I did not do something humiliating in private. All right. Well, we could talk forever. There is a level up event on. I believe I have Cosmic Catalyst, because I've been trying to decide my next Cosmic rank up. And I'm pretty sure I know who it's going to be. Sorry, I don't want to do that. I want to see my rank 5s. I want to see my my tier 5s. I have the 2 Cosmic sitting there. Hercules is an obvious potential next rank 4 for me, but that's going to be a while. I've already taken up Shang-Chi. And it looks like I don't have anyone else ready to go. I just took up a Science Champion. I will eventually get a video out on that. So yeah, we got a ways on all of this. So it would be Cosmic, and my 2 leading candidates by far are Venompool and Odin. I think both are extremely worthy. I'm just waiting for something to really make me go one way or the other. And if today that happens, if there's like a lane or something, and we're like, hey, let's have some fun with Venompool, then we'll do that. We'll rank him up. Loki, I suck. I do. You're right. And thank you for reminding me. That was awesome. Thank you. Jay saw, hey, Vega in chat, anyone on call? Not yet. A couple people said they might join, so we will find out. It shows 2 screens, a preview screen and the screen that's being broadcast. Is that the only difference, XLR8? If so, that's awesome. That's really cool. Thank you for pointing that out. Both are worthy. Both Odin and Venompool. I completely agree, my friend. I completely agree. I would definitely take up Venompool now, like with no hesitations, because I think he'd be really valuable for my BG. But TJ already has a Venompool, and he's been crushing Penny Parker bosses for us. I'm sure most of you caught that on one of Legacy's War videos, and TJ's an awesome player. So I still think I'd take up Venompool because I think he's a really awesome champion, have a lot of fun with him. But as far as like my alliance is concerned, someone's already kind of got that base covered for us, and I don't think we need 2. I don't know. Maybe I should ask Taters. I should probably ask Taters and Lizer. PWF, my past selection so far has been based on the amount of reading, and I've still read too much. I'm really not looking forward to this at all. I said I would do it. Fortunately, most of you are used to my streams. You know, we talk a lot. And so we might just talk a lot today. Maybe we'll talk for 2 hours. I'll eventually play to the game. I love it. I do too. And he's so configurable with synergies and things like that. Plus, he feels like his buff was really aimed for the current game and what we're kind of seeing coming out, like Penny Parker coming out, right? And he can handle her very, very well. And so I feel like that's a thing. I feel like we're seeing a similar thing between the interaction on Mystic and Science champions right now. Mystic champions, it feels like not everyone, but there's starting to be these like big power gains we're having to worry about. And then Science champions coming out with like the Wither debuff or ways of handling that. I think it's cool. I think it's cool how the game's evolving. Philganos, I can hop on and give you some path recognition for the sake of the speed. Yeah, dude, it's up to you, man. And honestly, like it's all part of the fun. Like I'm talking because I enjoy talking. I'll eventually get in there, and if I can't read it, I can't read it. It's no big deal. But I would love to have you on because it's enjoyable. 7.3. Let's go. Let the pain begin. Let's do it, Jay. Let's do it. Let's play this game. All right. 7.3.1. I did catch some of Legacy streams last night. That guy is entertaining, and he works hard. I think he streamed literally all day. It was really impressive stuff. What's up, MSD? Speaking of people who are not scared of working hard. What's up, dude? How are you, my friend? I saw you were out there destroying Kang already. Very cool to see. Jason Joy just took 2099 to R3 today. Did Herc 2 days as well. Nice, dude. Congratulations. Are we going to get some videos out on those? I'd love to see it, man, because you're educating people on how to play Shang-Chi. Would love to see some education on 2099 and Herc. I know a lot of people put out Herc videos, but I don't think it's oversaturated yet. I don't think we've reached that level. That's my opinion as someone who enjoys watching YouTube videos. Okay, so they don't actually show you the rewards on the preview screen. So we're going to go ahead and enter it because I do want to see the rewards. That actually might influence which path I take. Soul Hunter, thank you so much for subscribing. I really do appreciate it. I hope you enjoy the channel and the content. And I always appreciate the support. Thank you for doing that. All right, so I'm motivated to get those 6-star shards. So let's see what this path is. There will be a lot of reading, folks. It is what it is. We will get through this together. What's up, DLL? I think DLL just joined the call.
I did. How's it going, guys?
Good, man. How you doing? Oh, and Felganos is here too. Now that I look at the stream room channel. How y'all doing?
I've just been lurking.
Right on.
Doing good. Got my taco bowl.
Nice. From where? Or did you make it yourself?
We made it. We just TJ stuff.
Nice. Awesome. TJ's being Trader Joe's, right?
Yes, sir.
Some people are like, he went all the way to Tijuana for that? You probably have to live in Southern California. Or you probably have to be Californian to understand. I guess probably some Arizona folks would have caught that joke. All right. So whenever a Mystic attacker knocks down the defender, the attacker has a 100% chance to gain an unstoppable buff. Okay, so we're going to go unstoppable when we knock them down. The attacker...
This one sucks. I'm warning you. This one is a terrible path.
Really? Then it should be hilarious to do it. Let's try it out. If the
It sounds like Doom. Is that what this is?
I mean, so far I'm thinking Doom. If the attacker was already unstoppable, they instead gain an indefinite fury, increasing attack rating by 50%. Okay, so we can increase our fury, our attack rating significantly by knocking them down. We'll up that even more if we were already unstoppable. So I will say, Dragon Man sounding really fun so far.
Oh, a bunch of buffs?
Yeah.
Oh, this was custom built for America Chavez, right, Vega? Sorry.
Speaking of funny things. Oh, this is what she's good at. All right, Riot. The defender starts the fight with an indefinite unblockable buff. Yay. Whenever the defender is knocked down by a special attack, the unblockable buff is replaced by an unstoppable buff. Whenever the defender is struck with the first hit of a heavy attack, the unstoppable buff is replaced with an... So basically, we're just going to alternate between them being unstoppable and blockable, if I'm reading that correctly?
Right, but when they're unstoppable, you should still be able to parry them, right?
To parry, yeah. So it's unblockable that we worry about, and the unblockable will happen.
Yeah, Work is saying that it definitely... Well, Work and MSD are both confirming Doom, which is why Fel didn't have a good time.
Okay. Poor Felganos. For those who don't know, Felganos has been streaming a lot lately. It's actually been really cool, really fun for someone who just started, man. You're doing excellently. He also doesn't have Doom. Anyways.
Why, thank you. And also, why, man? You really just came in with the sandwich. You said something nice, then you reminded me of my lack of doom.
Because it's fun.
No,
all
Pooba
right.
says Claire works great too. That's fun.
Who said that?
I can't confirm that. She
Pooba
works
did
well.
great.
Pooba. Hey, Pooba. Actually, dude, weren't you in? You were in Lag's stream last night, man. If you're still listening, and you were asking about Venom Pool, and I tried to communicate with you, but I think you maybe had already left the stream, or you just didn't see it. Your Venom Pool, if that was you, by the way, I think it was. Your Venom Pool, were you just not getting the screen to pick pre-fights, or was the pre-fight not coming up? Like the buff you wanted, was it not the first one coming up? If you're still in here, if that was you, hit us up in the chat and we'll help you out with that. If it's the latter, I think the latter. DLL, you're better at English than I am. All right, the duration of the attacker's supplemental effects are increased. Okay, so yeah, I hear what you guys are saying. This seems like Doom, and you guys said Claire works well too.
I had a good time with Sorcerer.
Sorcerer Supreme.
Yeah.
Okay, she makes
Specifically for Magneto and Terrax, actually, she worked pretty damn well for me.
yeah. Those were the two I
Yeah,
was
and I
just
like
staring
Claire
at.
for those two as well. So that makes sense.
All right, and then who are the bosses here? I had no
The
time to
Roblin is
watch
very easy.
YouTube
It's
yesterday.
unlimited power, so a bunch of Furies. You can run and
Okay.
cheese it.
I'm sorry, Phil. You know what were you saying?
You can Ronin cheese the Red Goblin boss. He has unlimited power, so he gains a ton of Furies.
Okay.
I just took the Taskmaster the first time like a dummy and did a lot of backdraft intercepting.
Well, that sounds delightful.
I did
Um,
the same, man. I'm with you.
All right.
Also,
So,
I don't know why Taskmaster is immune to House of X Magneto's passive stun, but he is, and it makes no sense.
yeah, because isn't that supposed to be a debuff thing?
Yeah, it specifically says he becomes debuff immune, not stun immune. Oh well. So J-Will asks about Mojo on Node 54 with 2099. No, I don't think that recoil is at all necessary for that. You just want to probably power start, throw a lot of heavies at the beginning to get those exhaustions up, and throw your special too and keep it paused.
Is there anyone else that's good? Because I actually don't ever use Ronin for the purpose people use him. My 5-star's not ranked up. My 6-star, I think I just duped. He's really low sig. I just, even like in Abyss of Legends, I didn't use Ronin.
I'm sure Hercules would be great
Yeah.
for Taskmaster if you wanted to go that way.
Yeah, let's just try that. I think let's
I
just.
used CGR for Roblin, and that made it pretty fun.
Okay, I can see that too.
Yeah, CGR is fun.
But he says he did this whole path with Claire. So yeah, sure.
Understandable.
You know what's weird about Claire? That's a weird intro. Here's what's weird about Claire. She's amazing. And it dawned on me yesterday that I keep ranking up Mystic Champions instead of her, even though I totally get how great she is. And to me, I've realized, or I've come to the conclusion, or this is what I believe, is like that's actually a sign of how awesome she actually is. Is that I keep being like, well, she's fine at R2. Like
Yeah.
I'm not taking her into this quest and like scared to use her because she's the only non-rank 3 champion. Like,
Yeah, she's just that sustainable.
yeah, she's just that good. Like if something goes wrong, it's because I misplayed. It's not because she couldn't handle it. And like, I actually eventually want to take her to rank 3. I'm just not in a hurry to do it because she's so good. Town, what's up, dude?
Okay.
And Buddy Lee. And did Poopa answer back? I was really interesting if that was them.
Said the screen wasn't coming up.
Okay, yeah, I don't know how to fix that. Hopefully it did get straightened away for you. Because I actually jumped on the game. I was working on a video while watching Lags' stream, and then I jumped on the game to test it for you, and mine actually did come up. So I was kind of hoping maybe there was just a little confusion on how his pre-fight actually works, because it just increases the chance for the buff to come up. It doesn't guarantee it. So I was wondering about that. Sigil Witch. Sigil Witch is good. Thank you, Devil Dog. I don't have mine ranked. That would have been cool. Vega's already fallen to say, I almost did. Thankfully, DLL made me laugh and Felganos made me laugh. All right. I'm sure I'm going to mess this up a few times, just kind of understanding like how this works.
It's a weird one, to be fair.
Yeah, it's just like new muscle memory, and I kind of like how they test new muscle memory for us. Like okay, you know, they're not used to this, so now let's kind of screw with them a bit. And the reading's not too bad. I mean, I don't feel like
the restart button is your friend.
Okay, yeah, I noticed Lags did that a few times. I'm like, okay, if Legacy can restart, then I definitely can.
I tested a couple things. My very first path was the Paradox debuff immune one, because you want the debuff, so I was using Mr. Fantastic and Void, and I just was basically testing out, okay, how exactly does the interaction work?
Okay, so you know what I'm curious about though is if I just get the stagger up, do I not need to worry about the unblockable?
I think that's what MSD was saying about just heavy cheesing it. Yeah.
Oh, but they start off unblockable.
Yes, that part.
And I forgot about his miss mechanic, so that was cool.
Okay, so Jay Will follows up and says no for the Mojo Boss. Okay, so for the Mojo Boss, I do think that having Liquid Courage on is more helpful because it's that constant heal. It's kind of like Diablo, but you will still have a 75% damage resistance. So I don't think you need it because, like, you're a very good player. I don't expect you to take damage equal to 4 times your max health over the course of that fight. It'll just be slower, but I think if you're heavy countering for the exhaustions, if you're paying attention to hitting into his block once you have the Wither up to make sure that you have as many ruptures as possible, I don't see the fight being a problem without recoil.
I was trying to think through if there's a Mystic Champion that can handle unblockable. And I looked at the screen and I was like, I'm totally doing that confused Winona Ryder right now. Oh, and for everyone who doesn't know, this is DLL on the chat. I think you probably are familiar with him from my streams. And then also Felganos. Felganos really has, I think, putting a lot of effort into his channel lately. It's been very cool. The stream's been very fun. DLL has an excellent channel. Both these guys are very, very smart about the game. So yeah, definitely be asking them questions. I'll do my best to kind of look in on stuff when I can, guys. But they'll be helping me keep up with the chat and answering questions as we go.
Yeah, sorry I've been a bit quiet. I've also been working through exploration myself.
Yeah, no worries. I feel like there's something I'm missing here. Like a strategy I am not doing. No, maybe not.
Well, now you should probably be able to heavy spam.
I feel like I didn't play that correctly, but I got lucky.
Being unstoppable helps.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, Kato. And I guess happy birthday to Speedy. I didn't see that in the chat, but happy birthday. Oh, I almost mentioned that, Jay Will. Yeah, if you have Anti-Venom and you have a spot on the team, absolutely bring him. Because for any of those, especially the Node 54 fight, starting with a Wither is just absurd. Even for the boss fight, that means that you can instantly start building ruptures. That's super strong. Oh, Speedy is you. Okay, gotcha. Hope you have some good plans for later.
Okay, yeah, you're right. The unstoppable helped tremendously because there was a couple times in there where I wasn't really thinking about the interactions, and I should have lost a lot more health than I did.
Crit resistance is amazing.
Yeah, it really is. Oh, Diablo! I didn't even think about Diablo for this path. What's up, Mr. WTVF? How you doing, K-Dog? What's up, Mobius? Dude, everyone's here. This is awesome. What's up? Night Undermother, how are you? All right, we'll keep working through this.
Oh, does the 3-star have the synergy work? Or are you just calling anything that isn't your 6-star a baby?
That would be such a work thing to do. It's only a 5-star. Basically a child. I didn't even look into Paradox. I didn't even know what Paradox did. Okay, if the attackers deny no more Paradox charges at one time, all Paradox charges are removed, and the attacker suffers a burst of damage equal to 200% of their modified attack. Okay, so these Paradox charges... hold on. We'll get back to
work
Paradox.
Is being mean. Even the 4-star doesn't have the synergy. You need the 5-star or up.
Work in progress. The whale is a much more cuddly, softer, kinder work in progress than the real one. I guess that's why he's not work in progress, though, is it? What is up, OG Highland? Thank you so much, dude. Always appreciate the massive support you give me and this channel. Let's get you up on this board, dude. I guess that's why it's whaling in progress, not work in progress, huh? All right, got that updated properly. Weekend starts now, dude. You are in. Nice. I hope you're doing well. I'm doing really well, man. We're one fight in already on 7.1.3, so we are flying. We are flying. Glad your weekend's already started, dude. I really do. That's awesome. Thanks for stopping by and spending some of it with us here. What's up, Mr. Belding? Oscar Vega just pulled Mango for my 5th 6-star. I am sorry. Also pulled Sabretooth 5-star. I have Omega Red Dupe 140. Super pumped for that. Nice, dude. That Omega Red will see you through. Hopefully MCoC gets a buff. I could see it happening. I think the concern, and I say this a lot with champions like him, is he's a very good defender. He's one of the defenders that actually strikes fear into my heart, and yet they keep sending me to fight him. They do, man. They're like, well, Vega has magic. So they send me to fight him.
And Work has Torch.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that's just the way it works, And I keep soloing him, so it works. But he's a good defender. And I think with these really good defenders, they're often actually trying to do us a bit of a favor by, if they make them too strong offensively, they're just going to crush us as defenders, because that one mistake will absolutely destroy you and ruin your enjoyment. So, all right, what is this Paradox? I'm realizing I didn't.
So if there aren't orange nodes that take advantage of Paradox, then you don't need to worry about it.
So I don't need to worry about it here, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, let's stick with Doom. Doom is good.
Yeah, I think what I want from that is that basically just defenders need to have gameplay loops that the AI won't accidentally go through to be good on offense. I think that's the key. I'm trying to think of an example off the top of my head, but I know they exist. Mr. Negative might be a good one, actually, because like if there was any chance that he would just randomly hit you with reverse controls for like 8 full seconds and then slam you with a special 2 with 12 dark energy up or something, he'd be a lot scarier on defense, but there's no way that the AI will ever just accidentally do that. So I think that kind of design is fair. I do wonder if MCoC might actually be decent as your 5th 6-star, because there's an actual chance that he might be one of your best mystics in that case.
You can always just break out the classic design choice of like only on defense or only on attack.
Yeah, but I think Kabam's better than that.
Really?
Yeah, they've just had so many creative ideas recently. Like, even when they miss, there's a lot of creativity in America Chavez's kit. There's a lot of creativity in MCoC's kit and Psycho Man's. It's just that they didn't quite tune them right, or they're missing like one other piece of utility to get them over the line. But Kabam is creative. I mean, I think the Hulkbuster rework is another thing to point to, because he's different on attack and on defense. He just literally has a different set of abilities. There's no reason they can't do that. Even Jabari has separate abilities on defense.
I may have miscommunicated there. That's kind of what I meant when I was saying.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So I'm working on a state of the game video I know I've been saying this for like 3 weeks, and you guys are like, "Sure you are." It actually is coming out. It's done. It's done. It'll come out on I think Saturday or Sunday. And I was looking at a calendar for those of you who are like, "What the hell is that guy doing?" And it was interesting because I do have a lot of quote unquote complaints or constructive criticism, let's call it, and I provided that in there. I've provided that also on the CCP server, but I wanted to provide it publicly. But it was weird because there was a lot of, I was like, like one point in time, like the cadence of buffs and champions coming out and champion power levels, because people asked about it. Because I asked for questions, I wanted to answer questions people asked, so we were talking about something people are interested in. And it was weird though, because I was like, yeah, and I'm really glad that they've slowed down the cadence of the buffs, because I want them to take on what they can actually handle, like what they can thoroughly test, get into the game, and we can have confidence that it's going to work and not be needing of a nerf or a buff because it just wasn't thoroughly like vetted, right? And I said, but, and because it just dawned on me, I was like, two of my favorite champions, and really three of them to play this year, and in AQ War right now, are champions they buffed, of Kingpin, Mole Man, Diablo, and Ultron. Like those were all buff champions, and so it was like, okay, they've had a lot of hits. Like they've had a lot of hits.
They do know what they're doing. It's just kind of like, as you said, they need time to do the work properly.
I think that's it, right? Is that there's like this cadence, and I get it. Like if you've ever worked for a company that has, a schedule or deadlines, I think we're seeing a lot of that. I realize this is not going to go as smoothly as I had hoped.
I will say though, the thing that worries me is I know they said they were slowing down the buff program so they could be more focused. I know what you guys are saying about, or I think you guys have said this to me on the Discord server, about how us getting these buffs that aren't so good is probably the reason that they've updated their cadence, and we're only going to start seeing the fruits of that change in a few months' time. But if you look at a lot of the champions you were naming, Vega, a lot of those were from quite a bit earlier in the year. Like Diablo is fairly recent, Ultron was a little bit before that, but then both Mole Man and Kingpin were like February, if I remember right.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that doesn't, in my opinion, that doesn't really... I don't think that really goes against the point, because I think the analogy I used last time was kind of like, they're using... When they put out buffs faster, they're using a shotgun. It's not surprising that some of the bullets find their way to the bullseye.
Yeah.
The problem is all of the others. And I think if they slow down the cadence, hopefully we get a little more into rifle territory.
I think DNL are saying similar things. I feel like the quote-unquote misses or the... and they did say this. I actually make a joke about it in the video. They did kind of say that they felt like the quote-unquote, what we would consider to be the misses were what they were hoping to avoid, because the community wasn't receiving them as well. Like there wasn't as much focus or thought, or they weren't as transformative. I don't remember their exact words. I think I explained that well. This fight isn't... this isn't quite as intuitive as Doom slapping someone.
Yeah, I think if I bring Sorcerer, I'm also going to bring Voodoo to pause the nullification aura.
Yeah, so that's the thing, is I'm trying to focus on the SB1 to keep that up, but that obviously minimizes damage, and then as someone who runs 5 of 5 Mystic Dispersion...
Yeah.
And I can get out of the way of Medusa's SB2, but I prefer not to be in the exact situation I'm in right now if I can avoid it.
I hear you.
And then that's... because then this happens. It all went downhill. You could hear it in my voice. I knew that it was about to go bad. Yeah, what are you going to do? 6-star Scale or 6-star Strike to R2. Do you have Apocalypse? Soul Hunter, if you have Apocalypse, do you have Apocalypse as a 6-star? That would make a big difference in my answer on that. and I would also be curious, is do you enjoy one more than the other? Like, or do you need one? Do you enjoy one? Something like that.
People that really love Strife really love Strife.
Yeah, because he can feel that good. Like, he really can. And I understand the negatives of him of like, wow, I am not doing this well.
I would probably use mine more if he were duped. It's just that he so quickly goes from the realm of like, oh my god, this is going to take forever, to I'm not going to get to the special 3 to lock in my charge before the fight is over, because he's hitting hard enough, but he still doesn't have like, he's not hitting hard enough for the rank or for the ramp to feel worth it yet, you know?
Absolutely. I also think there's a little bit of like, I hate to say it's like good for new players. I always that whole way of looking at it rubs me the wrong way in a lot of ways. But like, let's say you don't have a lot of the really awesome mutants, he can cover a lot for you. I believe. Like, there's bits of utility.
I usually say like small accounts. I feel like that's fair and hopefully doesn't seem condescending to anyone.
No, I think that's actually really good. And I think that's why a lot of the bigger accounts don't... Man, should I be trying to like intercept right off the bat? I mean, it's the setup in this lane that's the difficult part.
Yeah, I think maybe so. I also saw in that last Doom fight, I didn't want to say anything, but there was a shock on her while you were hitting into her block, and so you could have heavied into the block.
Yeah, I just didn't
And that might have
notice it.
saved.
Absolutely, that would have done it.
Oh yeah, those 22-hour corrections were kind of nice. Hey, Jacob. Hello, True Potential. Yeah, the other thing about the small accounts moniker is that compared to a lot of my friends, I have a small account, so I do not mean anything negative by it.
Yeah, actually, that's a good qualifier. Just so people know what you're talking about there. Strip is bad, don't touch him. Take up.
Like, Work was on my stream the other day, and I asked, okay, who did you use for this boss? And don't say Nick or Shang. And Work goes, I used both Nick and Shang-Chi.
Yeah, right? Like...
Thanks, bud.
I don't think I'm playing Medusa well. And that's why... Because this is the third time I've ended up in this exact scenario.
Maybe parry heavy? I don't know. Because she's just not throwing it.
No. And I'm going to end up taking a medium to the face.
Yeah, I like heavies for this kind of stuff. I can't tell if you still have the room for the power.
I think I'm going to be
But
alright.
at least Claire can heal.
Yeah, I just moved her back to blood.
Yeah, sadly, account size definitely matters. Not in a way where it's like, oh, that's, you should feel bad about your account size, but kind of more what Jacob was saying. It's just something you have to take into account. Well, that was a quick recovery of her. That was rude.
Thank you. That did feel very quick. I was very happy with myself, and I was like, oh, I'm just going to be able to heal up. All is good.
Yeah, like, you may have been a little bit late, but I still definitely expected that to land. Nope.
Wow. Same there. She recovered. She is a ninja.
All right, now we should be off to the races.
Yeah. Life should be better.
That is the key, isn't it, Joe? It's not that Mystics are the only attackers, but there's a lot of buff control in this lane.
Yeah, like I'm finally... see, I should have thrown the SP2 there. I didn't think about my Mystic Dispersion well enough. Darn it. Mystic Dispersion has actually worked against me in this fight.
I just got through making a video saying 5 out of 5 is better. You gotta do me that.
I still think it is, and I think if I was,
No, I know.
Yeah, I still think it is. I run 5 out of 5. For those who aren't familiar, that's what DL is talking about there. I think this was just a really unique set of circumstances that I didn't manage well. Like if I had just shortened my combos and incorporated or thought of, sorry, DL, I'm sure you know the word I'm trying to think of.
Yeah. Taken into account, maybe.
Yes, thank you.
Because if you had expected it when you got that special 2 early, then Mystic Dispersion would have felt like, the best mastery in the world, because boom, you had it. Okay, that should be an achievement unlock. I just dexed Apocalypse's special 2 while speaking.
You know what I've somehow gotten not bad at is Venom's SP2. I still will not try it in war.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
But it's weird. I feel like he's been placed lately in a lot of quests or something where you find yourself needing or wanting to do it with power involved. Send it. Nope. Okay, so that's the perfect example of what we're saying. I mean, it feels like it was 45 minutes ago, but saying that that's how good Claire is. That at rank, she's the only rank 2 in here, and Doom could have done it. I'm not trying to say she's better than Doom. I don't think she is, but she just took that fight that I honestly was having a little struggle with Doom, and then also with Sorcerer, and she just survived it. She's awesome.
Yeah, there's an Annihilus in either the second or third one where I did the thing that Iron Patriot and I always joke about when we fight Annihilus. I took a lot of special ones to the face for no good reason, but I was using Claire, and so I just healed back up.
Your fights of Claire versus Annihilus, though, your Annihilus fights in general, you had a war video section 2.
Yeah, there was a Doom one recently that was cool.
Yeah, and you purposely backed yourself into a corner. I was like, what are you doing? And then you explained it. It's oh, that's what he's doing. All right. It was if I like Suida's war videos. I really do. I just wish he talked so I could understand more of what's happening. And he backed himself into a corner with Sigil Witch against Magneto, I think it was, a boss.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And it was cool. It was really cool. Because once he threw the SB3, you're now I understand. I understand. What's up, Q? How you doing, man? True Potential is here. What is up?
And those are always fun moments when you're like, oh, cool, I get it.
Yeah. You know what? Pooba brings up an interesting question there. DLL knows Claire a lot better than I do. I was staying in blood because I wanted to try to heal. But would it have been, I think he was saying to switch to poison. Would that have maybe been a bit smarter to switch to poison?
When you first start the fight, provided you can nullify that first unblockable buff quickly, yes, I probably would have switched to poison. Because then you can also parry her and throw heavies and get 3 charges back.
Okay. Maybe we could dive into that. If only someone would make a Claire guy.
I know. I'm starting to compile the footage again.
Buddy Lee, are you sure you're talking about account size? Hey, you're not supposed to measure your accounts against your friends' accounts. It's just not a good idea.
That's very true.
Mr. Belding, boss, 7.3.4 boss selection. Anyone thoughts? Let's help him out. As you guys can see, I'm just starting my 7.3 journey, so I have
which one is
no idea.
4? Let me go check.
Yeah, is that the one that I'm in right now? It might be. I think it is. Is that the one with all the Supremes? Yes.
I went Sorcerer.
I wasn't sure I think I'm planning on taking Symbiote with probably Doom, because he should be able to steal the power gain, right?
I'll have to check that. I also wouldn't really know about Doom. Hate to say it.
Oh, right. Whoops.
Nah, but I used Mr. Negative for Sorcerer Supreme, and it was a pretty fun time to say the least.
Yeah, that makes sense. I was hoping that there was somebody I was thinking of.
What the hell just happened? Was I really
Oh, sure.
late
Hold
on
let me
that?
open them up.
For anyone who actually saw that, I didn't. I felt like I threw my special just right at the end of a combo, like one normally does.
I've noticed. Yeah, I think I had that happen.
Oh no, that I just watched that one back.
pretty
That
earlier.
was total BS.
What even happened? Did he like evade it, or did I miss, or like?
I think he
He
just
just-
blocked.
Yeah, like
The recovery animation.
he was not
non-existent there.
blocking. He was not blocking. The next frame, you lost all of your power, as in you had thrown it, and he was blocking. That hit stun was
Silly. I don't know what happened on the game files, but as far as like, the interface that we use to judge it, that did not seem correct.
I think this could be part of a larger issue with recovery times. Like,
well,
I
we
feel
all
like
know
this-
that they mess with recovery times like every couple updates.
No, but I mean with like heavying. So the issue with Mr. Negative's heavy, which is now fixed,
Yeah.
that I think there's also the same. I remember I flagged this. I was having an issue with someone else's heavy as well. See if I can remember who it was. I can't actually remember right now, but I remember it was someone where the heavy was quite important. Yeah, no, sorry. I'm gonna need a second to remember that.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, but basically what I'm saying is it could be part of a larger issue with recovery times. So for some reason, the amount of recovery frames the AI takes has changed. I don't know.
Always fun.
So now he's unstoppable until when?
Until you land a heavy, so you're gonna have to parry.
Okay.
I do believe it instantly converts you unstoppable though, so you don't have to worry about the retaliation.
Yeah. Honestly, that's just more like the frustration of America Chavez and her interaction with buffs being borderline non-existent. Till you hit heavy. Thank you, Rocky.
She really should have a Tigra Jabari type synergy
I'm wondering if
where
that's
she
yeah. We're going to the
you
same
think
place.
she might get one?
Yeah. She's like my favorite champion. I'm a little annoyed at the moment, so I'm not playing well, and so I want to make sure I'm not like overreacting. She feels like an incomplete champion. Like even if you just read her kit, you're like, oh wow, 220 like 17. That's a pretty like big kit she's got there.
Yeah.
That's exactly the problem, in my opinion.
So sorry. Anyways, the relevance of that is that it seems to me like a synergy maybe was something they had in mind. You said I had to land a heavy, right?
Yeah.
Cool.
Thankfully, they made it the first hit of the heavy, so you don't have to like wait for a long one to knock them down. When you play like a scrub and all of a sudden Apocalypse is bleed immune?
Those are great moments.
APOC best mutant champ.
God.
Sorry, I gotta figure this out now. Now that you said God and you've reminded me, what do we call him? God Pock?
Don't do it.
A God Calypse? I don't know. That was forced. We're
Okay.
calling him God Pock.
If you're going to insist on something silly like that, you should probably be using the Ensaba Nur name. That's probably going to end up being more badass.
Rocky, yeah, and
God,
you know what? Honestly, is like just what happened there with that special. I'm allowing it to bother me, which is like in my state of the game video. I actually say like, try not to let these things bother you. that we should, try to hold Kabam accountable, and like we should go to the forums and constructively complain and tell them like you need to make the game better. It needs to work.
Dude, the forums and constructively complain, those two things do not go together.
Hey,
man, we can try.
You can still make advice. You can still give advice. Also, the advice isn't very good advice if I can't even take it myself. And so I'm saying, like, I'm a little frustrated at the moment. I'm not going to back out because we're this far. But yeah, that is, and then tackling and bringing in America Chavez, just, that's a bad idea in general. I think we're going to need to team revive this though.
There's some weird things going on with this chapter. It wasn't just me in the lane that I took. I was talking to, M1J from the server, who's now in SSX. He was saying that he was using Reed in a number of different places, and basically everywhere he tried, regardless of the node, you would turn on all 3 pre-fights, and only the debuff siphoner shows up.
The hell?
See, like that's a great example of what I'm talking about, and I hope I did a good job of saying it, and I hope someone watches it and it makes a difference. But it's like it just should work. Like the fact that at least me, like I became more at peace with the game when I accepted that things just weren't going to work. That's like telling,
Yeah.
But the fact of the matter is the champions themselves, the interactions with the nodes when they work, the friends I've made along the way, the alliances, the Discord, the line chat, like it all comes together where you're like, okay, well I died, I'll eventually stop the stream. I'm having fun on the stream anyway, and then I'll come back and be like, all right, I'm ready for 7.3 again. It's just whatever.
Yeah,
things should work. All right, so this one I want to try to get slow up on him, right? It would be the idea here.
Yeah, I think so.
Man, this is I feel like someone probably has a good video on this lane. Someone's going to figure out a really smart, it won't be cheese, but a smart way to like get your rotations going where you just really are in control with a Mystic, especially the way they've set up the node.
You're tempting me here, Vega. You really are.
To do what?
To try to figure that out.
Yeah.
I think Claire was working really well for a lot of my run, and I only started using Sorcerer towards the end because I made a bit of a mistake with Claire and died. Basically, I just stayed in the poison phase the whole time, and I found myself pretty much never having to deal with the opponent's unblockable or unstoppable because I had a very high uptime on the buff immunity debuff.
I will say, as good as Doom felt, I felt more in control with Claire. Yeah, that is a very true statement. I felt more in control with Claire. It took longer. My Claire is only a rank 2 as opposed to my rank 3 Doom, but Claire felt the most like in control of what was happening in the fight. Not that this is bad here, though.
Gotta say, I've had some problems baiting in this chapter.
My double evade tactic did not work for me there. Yeah, what's up, Topper? How you doing, man?
They just refuse to throw.
Some people think that they've messed with the AI on that. I don't know.
I'm always careful to throw those accusations, but there are certain champions where you expect them to be tricky. But I spent probably a full 90 seconds dodging Shang-Chi in the corner, waiting for him to throw his special 2 yesterday.
Yeah.
That's not
weird.
that doesn't make sense with who he is and what he does.
No, it doesn't.
Actually, funnily enough, they've been pretty, liberal with special throwing for me. I've been backed up quite a few times. I've actually gotten lucky, and they've thrown their special. So I think I do think there's probably some merit to what you're saying that there.
Yeah, I mean,
could
it's
have
not
been some messing.
universal by any means.
Yeah, like with the input glitches, right? I feel like everybody had them to some extent, but everyone had them to, again, differing extents, right? And so
Yeah.
some people were affected more than others. So I guess you're just further down the spectrum of the AI changes are screwing with you.
Well, and it's kind of like, I think one way to think of it is, these things are always dice rolls. I just suddenly feel like somebody swapped in loaded dice.
Are the
Yeah,
health
here.
pools really massive, or am I just hitting like? Well, I got to stop trying to evade the L2. I'm messing it up today. Are the health pools massive, or am I missing something on?
They're pretty big.
It has felt a lot slower getting through the paths than it did in 7.1 or 7.2.
Yeah, but I mean, again, Claire had that fight under control. I just was getting antsy. Claire had that fight under control. But even Hercules was hitting like a baby.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's because of the unstoppable thing, though.
What's the unstoppable thing?
Can't stop, won't stop, unless you have that unstoppable. You're doing like no damage.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
Yeah.
All right. So Doom and America Chavez are pointless in this, so I'll just revive.
I did try to warn you to go another path, man.
Yeah, no, I'm fine. I want the shards. I'm gonna have to take this path regardless, right?
Yeah, but like my entire outlook on it is that's a problem for future Felganos.
Kernfell. I like that idea. I like that analogy. That's good. I feel like is it either of you know who Calvin and Hobbes are?
Yes.
Yeah, man, the comic with the tiger.
Yeah, there you
With the
go.
Kid.
Nice. I feel like that's a joke Calvin makes or something he does in the books. Like future Calvin can deal with that. Could be wrong.
No clue. Sorry, man. I don't remember that much.
It's very cleverly written. I think if it came out in today's world, I don't know if it would do as well, but you could say that about so many things.
Oh yeah.
Been a long time since I've been this annoyed at a Joe Fix-It.
You know
Oh
what?
my god, you're doing that path.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
I've actually seen people getting really unhappy about him.
It's so bad. So it's on if I remember right, one of the nodes is it's that node where blocking hits gives the opponent power, right?
You?
And so
I mean,
you have-
you gotta dodge out of it early, like Agent Venom. I mean, that part's important.
Okay,
Yeah.
dog. Calvin and
But
Hobbes,
even-
absolutely.
Oh,
dude.
sorry, go for it.
Aren't Calvin and Hobbes scientists? We got some pretty clever Calvin and Hobbes comments. Yeah,
Not.
I actually have, I think all of them, unless they've put some out in the not too, unless they've put some out recently, and my kids enjoy reading through them. It's kind of fun to watch them read them or like make jokes. It was a little though, like, I'm talking about like eras and stuff, and I have 2 daughters, and my 10-year-old the other day, I think it was my wife, her mom. Did something, and it wasn't like that big of a deal. I'm enjoying story time, so I stopped paying attention to the game. Anyways, so she had done something, and my 10-year-old daughter was like, "Women," and I was like, "Whoa, sweetheart, you can't."
You gotta be real careful with that one, sweetheart.
Yeah,
Oh no.
because she like did it in public.
Dude.
And so, like,
your daughter's turned into like a 37-year-old married man.
exactly. So basically, me, huh? And I was like, honey, why did where did you get that? And she's like, oh, well, Calvin says it. I was like, okay, we got to talk about context here.
Yeah, like I'm using Horseman Professor X, so it's like I have plenty of health, but this is just, I think I've been here for like God knows how many minutes.
Yeah, no, that one sucks. Like, even if you dex all of Joe Fixit's SP1 except for the bullets, which, let's be honest, you should be anyways, he's still gaining like over 2 bars of power. Wait, actually, no, he gains about 2 bars. Because I remember...
That has not been my experience.
Hey, you guys, how would Mojo do here?
I'm able to keep it down to about a bar. It's just that he always has one, and he has so much health. Like I said, it's kind of like Agent Venom. You can dex out of 3 or 4 of the bullets if you time it right.
Did anyone try Mojo on this path? Did anyone in the chat try Mojo on this path with his unstoppable synergy? I think it's with Korg.
Yeah, that sounds correct.
But the buffs are permanent buffs, aren't they? They're not timed.
Right.
So he would only be able to control them with his SP1, I believe?
Yes.
And it'll only nullify 1. Oh wait, no, that's all you need.
Yeah, but they're only getting...
Yeah, you can only do it with your SP1.
Yeah, they're only getting 1. And the only other mystic that goes unstoppable is Dragon Man, correct?
Yes.
Does Mangog go unstoppable?
Eventually.
Yeah. Well, it depends on how much time you have. I feel like there's going to be, like, as time goes on, there's going to be a very clear answer to this.
Dude, you forgot about Juggernaut.
There you go. You just bring in Juggernaut and you'll be fine.
Or Unstoppable Colossus if you have a lot of loyalty.
One of my alliance mates actually just bought 6-star Unstoppable Colossus. Buddy Lee, you know what champs take care of that fix it? Tigra and Kitty. Buddy. DL, you have a Tigra though, don't you?
Yeah, but they evade when you knock them down. Are we talking about the same Joe? Because that's like the one thing that I'm very careful with Tigra is 100% evade chances.
What's up, East Salinas? How you doing, dude?
Yeah, so I'm curious to hear. Like, I believe that Buddy can do it, and I've been using Tigra in other places, but whenever I see, like, when you knock them down, they go, or they get a 100% chance to evade, I'm like, you know what? I'm going to use somebody else.
And Rocky's making a good point. You know, Rocky, I just didn't feel like I had as much control over it with Doom, but it's probably just kind of like you're pointing out, unfamiliarity with the node and getting it down. Like, once you get it down, you're probably fine. Yeah, thanks, Rocky. Hey, Captain Dante's there. What's up, dude? I guess we'll do Claire, see how she handles this a bit. Terax is bleed and shock immune, right? He has weird immunities, doesn't he?
I believe so.
Wow, this is a scary start to a Terax fight. Oh, I did not mean to do that.
Language, lengthy limbs. Language.
Yeah, it was worthy. But I am sorry.
Oh, I didn't even hear you.
Oh, I'm just gonna have to quit out of this path. That's on me.
Yeesh, what went wrong, my friend?
Oh, I have to place defense. That's what. Like I said, it was worthy.
Imagine being in Alliance. Cringe.
Yeah, and a heavy spam would be what I would want for that guy. I did use her on a Nightcrawler elsewhere, though. I just, it's like the one with the, basically, it's almost aggression regen, except it's not that. You have to poison them to get rid of the regen. But Tigra was fantastic for that because I just switched Nightcrawler over, and then she does so much damage on that node that it doesn't matter that he's been healing for the first part of it.
This may actually get me to take Claire up. But then I'm going to do kind of like what Felganos was saying, like, future me will be like, well, that quest is already over.
That's like what kept me from unlocking Resonate for far too long.
Yeah.
Stop in DLL. I know you're trying to subconsciously incept the idea in my head that I should unlock Resonate.
I am not. I don't care.
Wow. You're breaking my heart here, man.
Would cause the reason I was saying it is, one, is just because she's good. But also, there's been more than once in this quest where I've wanted to switch her stances by ending a light and then immediately go into the special. But I can tell that the light is not going to give me enough power. And so I'm having to end in a medium to go into the special. Do you think that the taking her to R3 would make enough difference in my power gain from combat rate?
Yeah, I would think so for that small of a
it's
difference.
It's been barely each time.
That's a good shout, yeah. We actually assigned her the other day with the Arcus synergy so that she uses less power per special.
How was that?
I think it went great. I mean, all of the fights she was assigned to were solos. It probably would have been without it, but that's a cool synergy that we don't get to use often enough.
How was her backdraft light normally? I felt like it didn't connect here, and it surprised me.
I'm usually pretty happy with it.
I wonder if it was just a weird timing or just with Terrax in general.
Terrax has some weird hitboxes.
Yeah.
Yet that damn heavy always seems to find its way into your face.
All right. Oh no. Man, that's really frustrating. That was a good run. I felt like that was a really good run there. John, yeah, these nodes. And it looks like I'm not even doing a really long one. I'm knocking him down before hitting the SP2. Rocky, that's a good shout. Once I got my health under control, I should have done that. While in the fight, I was trying to think of a way to maximize that better, because as you're pointing out, I kept getting into the same cycle of I was getting my unstoppable, but then I was needing to bait his power. So that's a really good shout. Thank you. I'll try to do that because I think I'm going to need to revive her anyway.
So would now be a bad time to say I managed to get through this entire fight, starting with my sorcerer on like 20% health, and I finish it on 100%.
No, why would that be a bad time? Why would that be bad?
Because, man, I feel bad. You've died multiple times.
Yeah, it's all right.
Use the SP1 spam. Like, the L1 creates a lot of distance between you and Terrax Wise and Rockfield.
What? Wait, are you talking about with Sorcerer or with Claire?
With Sorcerer.
Oh, okay. I was basically killing her off. I did not expect that to go well.
Okay, good. I saw you entering on 30%, and I was like, yes, a worthy attempt.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I've done that plenty. just to make sure the revive actually helps.
All right, Phil. So you're suggesting Sorcerer with the SP1? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, for the most part. Like, mix an L2 or 2 in there just to get a few of those regen runes. But for the most part, just spam that L1, and you'll be in pretty good shape.
Let's see if I can set it up. Another black
Yeah,
man. What's up, dude? Sigil Witch? She is good, my friend. I wouldn't be able to take her past rank 2, though, just by what I have. All right.
Yeah, Sales Diablo probably would be good here.
I
Try to save those L1s for when he's in Rockfield as well, so you can create distance.
Well, also keep in mind, you don't run 5 points in Mystic Dispersion, do you, Phil?
Yeah, that's fair. I run 3 points.
Yeah, so Vega's just going to have a ton of power throughout this fight.
Yeah, I realized that as I was watching it, like, damn.
Yeah, he can probably get away with throwing some of those.
There's something about his initial medium that still catches me.
Yeah, well, and as I'm sure you've seen some of his rants on it, but work turned me on to the fact that XL champions, especially both using them and fighting them, still seem to have, they're the worst for the dex issues.
I feel like I can attest that even when I was doing this Terrax earlier, right, I was getting clipped by that first medium quite a lot.
OG Highline, thanks for stopping by, man. I don't think I'll be.
Medium,
Fel, stop talking.
Fel,
Stop talking.
Continue attacking, so I barely survived.
Hey, dude, if I'm trying to talk to someone, I need you to stop, okay?
Wait, sorry, what?
If I'm trying to talk to someone, I need you to stop talking.
Oh yeah, sure. Sorry.
Thanks. OG Highlight, dude, thank you so much for stopping by, man. I don't think I'll be streaming tomorrow. I'm going to try to finish up a couple videos, get those out. But thank you so much for stopping by. I really appreciate it. And thanks for stopping by on your weekend, dude. That's awesome. Hope you have a great one. This strategy is definitely working out. Oh yeah, there's that initial medium again. Fortunately, that did not come back to bite me in my fight against him. That should come out tomorrow.
Nice.
Weirdly enough, I've noticed that you tend to be pretty safe going for L1s or L2s into the blocks of the opponent with Sorcerer. She nearly always has enough time where if you are quick enough, you can actually dex out of that hit if they decide to retaliate.
Yeah, he got me once. I was trying to just hit his block, and I was pretty sure I ended on a light, but he got me once. I think that was me just not being quick enough, though. I'm not going to try to blame that on the game itself. When are we getting some Mr. Negative gameplay? He is. And I think I put out the video where I took him to rank 3. I don't remember if that came out or not. It's just so many videos. What's that?
I was just saying I missed that one. He's awesome.
I don't think it came out. Shoot, I keep forgetting about them starting Unblockable. Yeah, that's not going to work. Got to remember they start Unblockable. I'll eventually get it out. I'll be honest though, I still have a lot to learn with him. As of right now, I would still direct someone to Felganos on call. Has an awesome video, and then MP Blaze and Munash. But I will eventually get that out.
Why, thank you.
Yeah.
Sadly, mine is on defense, which is honestly okay because I have enough other champions to use.
I still can't wait for I know this will sound weird. I can't wait for bans to come into Alliance War because I am firmly of the belief that Mr. Negative is just going to skyrocket in value when that happens.
He might, because he's going to have enough crossover with champions who might get banned, right?
Yeah, basically Torch.
Yeah. I think it's going to be really curious the different tactics people use there, though. Sorry, guys. Damn, that was a bad idea.
Had one of those myself.
Yeah. All right.
This path is definitely going easier, though, now that I restarted it and just doubled down on use Apocalypse for everything.
Oh, hell yeah. Yeah, I actually used Apocalypse for that entire path. Like, evade chance be damned. I'm pretty sure by the end of that match it built up to like 80% evade ability accuracy reduction.
Yeah, although that speaks to one of Vegas and my biggest issues with Apocalypse is that even though it's 100% chance to evade, once it gets rolling, it's so hard to get to 100. I've only done it like 3 times ever.
Yeah, no, I definitely get that. I think there was once where I really tried to make that happen on purpose, and I think it was I think it was 7.2.6, and the first fight was Old Man Logan, and for some reason I needed a good evade counter that was APOC for that entire path, and so I remember spending like 10 minutes just going for medium light combos to force him to evade.
So I'm trying to pull off a strategy. I'm not doing it very well. Chuck is bringing up a really good point, because Scarlet Witch would help you just start the fight because she would nullify the unblockable. Integral is saying go for the Furious. And you know what? Like, as I'm playing this more, I still understand the Doom Slap, and I get it, and I think it makes a lot of sense. And I'll probably go in and try it. But I feel like Claire, if you can keep the buff immunity up, then land your heavy, they're not going to go unblockable. Or they will, but it'll go away right away. As I'm playing it more, I feel like there's some actually really good strategies that one could use, and hopefully other people do this a little more smoothly than I did. Why America Chavez? Because I thought it would be fun, and it wasn't. It wasn't fun at all. It was the antithesis of fun. But aside from that, it's been great. All right, let's go with Doom.
Just gonna
What's his
point it
name?
out.
Michael Pena, the guy from Ant-Man who does the... Oh, but yeah, it's been great besides that.
Yeah.
Just gonna say, just to attest to what I said earlier about how long 7.3 is. We've been on this one quest for an hour.
But we've been having a good time, and that's what it is about.
Yeah.
Good point. It's the journey, not the destination.
Exactly.
APOC is a beast, John.
Damn, I am messing this up.
Fix it.
Well, still better than nothing. What rank did you guys have your Sigil Witches? BK, and I think it was Chuck. Was it rank 2, or did you guys have her at rank 3 for this?
I've seen more of her at rank 3 than I thought I would.
I think, yeah, I will say I have been surprised by that myself. And I'm not sure if it was people just knew she was going to be good, or were just excited for her. Because, I mean, that probably means you had to have had the resources ready to go, you know?
Yeah. I actually do have a gem. Technically, I have the resources, but...
BK said at R2, Devil Dogs at R3. I'll give you, so I'll tell you guys, and DL, you and I have talked about this a little bit. Phil, I don't know if you've been part of these conversations. Part of why I'm a little still reserved on her is I feel like the game, Kabam, was moving in a direction with, particularly with Mystics and Science Champions, getting away from the ability to nullify. But even if they are doing that, it's not like it's going to happen overnight, right? Like 1 or 2 champions, 1 or 2 nodes doesn't make it an immediate thing. So that's been my quote unquote concern with her. And then also like just what would she bring to my current roster?
Yeah.
And as time goes on and as we're doing like this quest, right? Because I mean, I think there's the objective is the champion good. Like you go by their numbers and their abilities. But then there's also like, well, what defenders and nodes are present? And that's something we have no idea. We know like exactly what's in the game now, but we don't know exactly what's going to come up. Maybe I will need to rank 3. I have so many mystics I'd want to rank 3 though. What were you going to say there, DL?
Oh, I was gonna say that it kind of reminds me of a conversation I was having about, I think it was anti-venom with somebody, where somebody was poo-pooing him by saying, "Oh, but if your opponent can purify buffs, then he's really bad." And I was like, "Really? You mean so like if you take a science champion against a skill champion, they might not be great? That sounds okay." And I think there might be an element of that to Sigil Witch, where it's like if she's, if she just becomes really bad against science because more and more science champions have that ability, that's probably still okay, because maybe she's going to get better against cosmics.
Yeah.
I feel like they really are, even when I don't think that they're successful with it, I think that they are trying to go for class identities. And yeah, I died because Kingpin wouldn't be baited. Oh well.
Hold on. I'm trying to remember what I'm going to go ahead and bring in a synergy for Hercules. Trying to figure out which one I should bring in. I'm trying to remember them. He's so good. I'm going to fight Taskmaster, so I don't want it to be the Captain America with the armor break.
Right.
Maybe it should be one of the Hulks to start with the...
Is there anything that makes him crit even more?
Oh,
I'm half kidding, but you could use Odin.
I'm going to bring in... Oh, you've kind of tempted me there now. Because I could place all the pre-fights on, right?
Right.
Yeah, let's bring in it. I was going to bring in Black Panther because that makes the specials unblockable. But,
that's probably also good, yeah.
Yeah, but again, let's have fun. The worst thing that happens is I die. That's the worst thing that happens. JJ is here. What's up? Thank you so much for being here. Champ Z, yeah, you obviously know your Herc. Black Panther would have made a lot of sense. Ronan can stun lock out. Yeah, I don't actually have a ranked Ronin. I've never used him for that. Or if I have, it's been at a low rank. Like my 5-star I think was rank 2, and my 6-star is Duke, but a low sig and at rank 1. I didn't use him in Abyss. It's just I don't know. Yeah. That was fun though? Okay. Well, let's try to have fun with Hercules. Let's have fun with Hercules. All right, don't forget to actually place the pre-fights. And we'll still make him shock resistant just because.
Of course.
Yeah.
I think whoever I used first for Taskmaster messed up, and so I actually ended up just finishing him with House of X.
Magneto?
Yeah. I went for the special 3 for the long cruelty, and so I only needed one special 1 to crit after that to finish the fight.
No way. That's a really good call. So basically, there's more. I just need to intercept him and backdraft intercept. Is that what I'm like? I can stun him and everything, right?
Yeah, until you run out of stuns and all that. But yeah.
Yeah. What is it? It's 10 with Taskmaster, right?
Yes.
And then
although he will eventually become immune to Infuriate. I just remembered that.
Yeah, that's what I was just thinking. Maybe I should have brought Black Panther. Live and learn. Live and learn.
Yeah, he was pretty aggressive in my plays, so we'll see how it goes.
You can confirm.
Why did
aggressive AI?
Why did my parry already fail?
Well, he does have some ability accuracy, but it's based on, I think, the unique attacks that he throws, and so I don't know that I've ever seen it happen on the first one, but
Okay.
it's technically possible.
All right, nice evade there. This is off to a fantastic start.
I've always loved dodging in Cell 1. I don't know what it is. So
Yeah, it's
satisfying.
very satisfying.
There really is. I agree with you both on that.
It's not that hard, but you feel like a Matrix character.
Yeah. And then, of course, he shuts down the ability accuracy so I don't go immortal, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe this wasn't the best call.
No, it just went horribly. I think it was a good call. Let's keep having fun. Rob Riley, what is up, dude? You just got home watching from phone till I got home. Wow, just watching. Yes. Dude, that is really kind of you to say, especially at that exact moment. Thank you very much, Rob. Let's get Rob up there. I'm not sure exactly. Actually, I think that does translate into a bit more. So let's put that up there. Thank you, Rob, and thanks for watching and for commenting too. I really do appreciate it. Like I always say, this is what makes it fun. I think we'll just go one more try with Hercules again. Enjoyable, and see if it can be done, because I think it should be able to be done. I don't think this should be like an undoable, but it cannot rely on the safety net of immortality.
Dante says, weird, parry failed? Doesn't sound like this game.
That was a weird way. I will say that was a very strange way to start, and I let it affect me more than I should have.
Marvel Boy used stealthy on Taskmaster, but he got deleted very quick. Oh wait, no, you mean you actually got Taskmaster down very quickly. See, guys, stealthy superiority.
Oh, I read it the first way you did, that it did not go well.
Yeah.
All right.
Actually, speaking of Neo earlier, you guys seen all the new trailers for The Matrix?
No, I saw one, and I'm very pumped up for it. Have there been more?
Oh no, I meant that one. I think
Okay.
my wording was kind of off there.
No worries.
Anyways, I think I'm afraid. I don't know how good it's gonna be. My worry is that it's just gonna be one of those things where they cash in on the nostalgia.
Yeah.
Oof. BK has gotten 4 classic Daredevils so far.
Yeesh. I am so sorry, man.
You know what? This guy's getting me on the double dashback. I'm not used to that with him. That's a gameplay issue, by the way. Or that's a me issue. I'm not blaming that on the game.
I know what you mean.
It feels weird
Yeah.
how like prevalent the Dex parry is. Like now you feel like you have to explain that.
Yeah.
You're like, no, actually it was my fault.
Yo, immortality triggered. Let's go.
Yeah, exactly. We're still in this.
Yeah, I've caught myself saying things like that a lot, actually, clarifying whether I'm like, mad at myself or the game for any given face blocking.
We're still alive. We are not dead yet. Now we're dead. Now that's when you're dead.
Yeah, I think that's how I lost my first person, or maybe not that, I was looking down, but I lost my first person to getting light intercepted
Yeah.
when light was his active mission. That'll do it.
Man, and Hurt can obviously do that. It's just a matter of completing the rotation a few times. Might as well throw all my champions at him, see what I can do. Matrix 4, when I watched it, it did feel like it was just a pure nostalgia. If you were a fan or you're of that age, then hey, here, we're doing the same thing over. And then, as usual, I watched Comics Explain. Oh, forgot. I watched Comics Explain, Rob, and he actually had a pretty interesting take on it. I don't recall exactly what he said, but it was good, and it made me hope that maybe it was not going to just be a rehashing.
That's good.
Asking this because I see you're also into Foundation Vega.
Yeah.
Did you ever read Dune?
No. Is that coming out and only in the theaters?
I'm not sure. I remember at some point they had that thing going on with HBO. But
Yeah.
I could also swear I heard at some point that wasn't happening. So I'm not sure.
It looks really cool. And I know that a lot of people, I feel like kind of in your age group have read it.
Yeah. I read
Yeah,
it like
it
around
is-
the same time I
it's
read
both.
Foundation.
It's HBO and theaters.
Oh, that's awesome. For anyone wondering, I'm gonna do no spoilers here whatsoever, but they did a really good job of the scenery of Dune, is all I'll say. They got the scale right.
Mm-hmm.
I should have backdrafted there. I should have backdrafted there. Stupid. Not me. I'm not stupid. The game is. All right. Now let's go with Odin. This is where it's going to show I haven't watched your Odin video enough, DLL.
What a crime. Everyone knows you need to view any of DLL's guide videos at least 7 times to understand the champion.
So no joke, I've probably watched it 4 times. I've probably watched your Mr. Negative one like 3 or 4 too. I tend to watch guides a lot, or at least like have them downloaded, and I listen to them, just to try to like have it soak in.
We also
Thank
want to
you.
clarify that we are joking, because please do not avoid our guides until you have time to watch them 4 times.
Oh,
You will
yeah,
never watch them.
yeah.
Yeah, no, 4 times on mine is like 4 hours.
But I am not kidding actually about how much I've watched or viewed.
Yeah, I know that.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
Yes, thank you very much. You've probably contributed to like 70% of my watch time on that video.
Oh,
Yeah.
I got the stuff to take Ma up. I said I would do it.
Ew.
He's pretty good, dude. I like Ebony Maw.
Don't be judgmental.
Well, look, he has better damage now, but I still find myself a bit iffy in terms of how much utility he has.
The utility is what was upgraded the most. That's actually where I think people were most missed the mark in evaluating his buff, is that the damage is fine. It just puts him into the serviceable category, but the utility is quite nice. His power control is way, way better, and his nullify took a huge step up.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I'm just now remembering what his abilities actually are. Yeah, but he needs to get to like 100 of those voice stacks, whatever, to get into Black Tongue, and then only then is it really that
For the
potent,
nullify,
right?
but his power control is there right off the beginning.
Huh.
Guaranteed power steal on every heavy is pretty powerful.
Yeah, he's not bad, Phil. In all seriousness, I very much agree with, and I also have him at rank 3.
Yeah, and then
Huh.
Work does as well, and Work has taken champs to rank 3, where he's like, I am only doing this to get somebody off of defense.
Yeah.
But he said that Maw was not a hard sell for him.
Very interesting.
I did
Does,
it because
does he need to... Oh,
I
sorry,
did-
go for it.
yeah, it's okay. I did it because TJ really loves his, and I like Maw. I didn't mind it, and so it was able to get Maw back for TJ to use offensively sometimes in war.
Yeah. And I did a ton of work with him on my alt, because I had a maxed 3-star that was my best mystic for a while. Like, he's not quick. And that's where he loses a lot because, like, if you compare him to somebody like Doom or Tigra, he looks very bad. But he actually has quite a bit of control. And also, he goes into Black Tongue so much more quickly now than he used to.
Does he need the Awakening by any chance?
Not really. Because the main thing it adds is the extra degen every time the opponent misses.
All right. Sometimes it just seems like I'm senile, but every once in a while there actually is a plan. So I know that wasn't probably the best lane to do initially, but I actually had fun with it, and also I almost like want to do it again because I felt like it was a lane like once you understood it, especially like from a certain champion's perspective, it would be really fun to try to get it solos on those fights. Like Phil, when you were saying that you like actually were able to heal up with Sorcerer, that's not surprising. I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool. And like, I'd love to do that Taskmaster fight again with Herc, because I really believe Herc could reliably solo that. I think it would be reliable. John, thanks for stopping by, dude. If you're still here, but thanks for stopping by, and I understand you got to get back to work. What's everyone on the call YouTube page? Oh, thanks for asking, man. Yeah, this is DLL and Felganos. They both have very, very good channels. Fel has started streaming more, which is really cool. He does a great job with it. And he has an awesome Mr. Negative guide, and then a really cool prediction of champions video that he did earlier in the year. And I'm trying to encourage him to do more and more videos. He's a very smart player. And then DLL is a fantastic player, an encyclopedia on this game. Literally, both these guys are channels or people I talk to try to get better at this game. I also happen to enjoy talking to them, which helps. So I highly recommend checking out both their channels. And guys, could you guys, if you don't mind, share those in the chat so people can check those out. I didn't know who's going to be on call today, so I didn't link it in the description. Oh, OG Highline came back. He wants this place. Thank you, OG Highline. I really do appreciate
sports
it.
Balls.
Yeah, it's not a weather report. I bet it's cooling off, though. It's starting to cool off here. Not that it was ever actually hot. All right. Thank you so much, OG Highline. I know you're getting your weekend started, so it's kind of you to even come back at all. Closing strong. Yeah, thank you. They made so much fun of me for the coming. What did I used to say?
OG Highlight
coming in
strong.
Coming in strong. Yeah. Well, he was. It was accurate. I'm going to go back to it. They're going to make fun of me regardless. What age does the senility kick in? For me, it was like 27.
That sounds about right.
It also happened to be a positive relationship with the amount of concussions I suffered. So I found the more concussions, the more senility. And there's DL and Fel. Check them both out, guys. Honestly, I think you'll be really happy you did. Okay, so I was talking about being senile, and the reason I wanted to do that lane in particular was because we are coming up on a featured crystal. So
very nice.
I will record this for a video. Thanks, TEZJ. Appreciate you stopping by.
Appreciate the sub.
Captain Dante, no concussions here, just because you hate. I also have that. I also have 2 children. So that also increased the senility. All right, we're going to open this up. I will record it, so if I sound weird or whatever, it's just because I'm recording a video. Here we go. All right, opening up this next one. I am going to compile these into a video, so it'll probably be like 2 or 3 featured 6-star crystals. If you've watched this video, you already know the last one. For everyone on the stream, it's not good. All right, so here we go. Let's hope we can improve this. I really do want Spider-Man 99. I feel like he's become like the popular champion to get out of here, though. I would really love to awaken my Penny Parker. I think it's an important part of her kit. So I would love to get her. And then there's just a tremendous amount of hits. I just keep getting the misses for some reason. So here we go. Let's do this. Oh. All right. Oh, jeez.
That was a quick stop.
Yeah.
Classic troll.
I will be. So I really like Gwenpool. I like her a lot. There's a lot of nostalgia there for me. I also think she is a good champion, but in the way skill currently is, I don't see myself putting in a lot of resources into her aside from just wanting to rank her up because I like her. Like I enjoy playing her, the nostalgia, like I said. But it is better than pulling more guillotine. It is better than pulling more guillotine, which was the other option. If it had done one more over to Spider-Man 99, I would have been really happy. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, everybody. Hope your pulls are going well. I think I'll probably try to get a third crystal in here just because these first two have not been that exhilarating. So I'll try to package in one more here, and we'll jump right to it. Thanks, everyone. Take care. Oh, man. That was... She's not bad. I like her. She needs to be awakened, though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do like her, though. Yeah, like, she's an enjoyable champion. And
Yeah.
I used to use her in war. Like, this is before I knew what the heck was going on. I would use her quite a bit. Fel, you make some good points. The lanes do take a long time. And I don't want to join a lane because I don't know who's going to get assigned for war. And those assignments will be coming out before I end the stream. Or, in other words, I don't want to get trapped in a lane and then have to back out of it. So I think we're going to just end the stream a little bit early today, guys. Thank you, both of you, for being on. Thank you, OG Highline, and of course, Rob, for the extremely generous donations. Thank you, everyone in the chat, for chatting, making this fun, dropping knowledge, and being part of it. I really do appreciate it. And then let's go Fel first, and then DLL. Is there anything you guys would like to add?
Thank you all so much for coming in. Hope you guys have a good day or night or wherever you guys are.
Yeah. Appreciate everybody coming out. And I'm looking forward to continuing to explore 7.3. I think I may end up streaming some of it as well.
Oh, that'd be awesome. I hope you do.
Let's go.
Yeah. All right, guys. Thank you so much, everybody. Thanks for stopping by. Rob and Dan, sorry we're signing off, guys, just as you got here. But as I always say, I always appreciate it. Hope everyone has great weekends. I do not believe I will be streaming tomorrow, but maybe DLL will, if we can put enough pressure on him. Thanks so much.
Tomorrow.
Not tomorrow?
I'm
Okay.
out of town all weekend.
Next
but maybe
week.
next week.
Next week. All right, everybody. Take care. Bye-bye.
Oh, later, Snoops.